I decided to sign with Island Def Jam because it just had always seemed like the right fit, to be honest with you. And I'm sure a lot of people can probably remember almost a year ago now, there was a lot of rumors about me signing to them, and I ended up going with Interscope. Well, I didn't, but I didn't accept the Def Jam deal in favor of the Interscope deal, and that was because I was managed by Interscope at the time too, and of course things like that influence you, but Def Jam's just always been my favorite team, and I love everybody over there. They're really young and energetic, and you can tell that they're passionate about the project. And a lot of times I think in major labels there's a disconnect between what's going on a street level and what's cool and what's young and fresh and what you're actually hearing by the time it gets to a label. And I feel like Def Jam, or Island Def Jam, out of all those labels that I met, the gap between that was very small, so it seemed like the right thing for somebody like me to want to work with a younger, staffed label, which is them. Shooting Bounce in India was surreal. Every day and every scene that we would do just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was like, holy shit. And I would be doing this thing, doing my little Indian routines and stuff, shooting this video, and in my mind the whole time I just kept thinking, is this my life right now? What the fuck? It's just so crazy, I think, to dream something so big and actually see it happen. And I put on there, wouldn't it be great to have an elephant, kind of thinking, ha ha ha, I'm never gonna get this elephant in India. And it took us a month to find it, and we got it, and it was such a shit fight. We had to get the Indian mafia to get the street to be able to be like not having the cops on it that day, because you're actually not allowed to shoot wild animals in Mumbai, in the city, and especially not on a street walking down. It wasn't a closed street or set when we did it. We just took this bitch out, this elephant, and thugged it down the street. And it was insane, and it was like people everywhere. It's India, like, just, and there's an elephant in the street at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm fucking on top of it. And it was like, how is it that your dreams can really be reality? And it was such a moment for me where I was like, holy shit. And a lot of people have asked me before, did you have this moment on XXL cover or these other kind of like, I guess, career successes or validating things? But to be honest with you, I've never felt it like I felt it when I was in India shooting that video. It just was insane. There was like 100 people in the film crew, and I'm thinking to myself, you're all here to make this video, and we had all these Bollywood dance extras, and we were doing routines, and there's 100 of people doing a dance, and it's like, what the fuck? It was insane, and it was cool. It was cool to see music videos go back to having that big budget feel, which I feel like the last 2 or 3 years it's gotten so viral and do it yourself, and I know that I'm a product of that myself, doing that. And so I think it was just cool to make the transition into a big budget music video, and I do think that we're missing a part of that. That's a good feel. Everybody loved that era too, and we should have more of a mix, and I think people need to bring it back, and I think record labels need to reinvest in doing stuff like that. It helps create the fantasy and the bigness of an artist, and something that you can, you know what I mean, look at when you get home from work, and escapism, I guess, and this video definitely perpetuates escapism.